There y'all are, hanging out with the grapes. There's the ants on my camera. Good morning, everyone. I can't see the comments right now, but I know we got a couple people in here. So good morning. Hopefully you can see and hear me. Actually, let me turn it around and see if I can get a 5x5. I get a 5x5? Can anyone? Hey there. So let's see. We got, who's in here? Nikki's in here. And Kelly's in here. Verna's in here. CDB. And you can hear me. Cool. Good morning, y'all. So today is August 6th, 2023, and this is Garden Chat with Matt, Garden Tea with Farmer KC. And so we're going to go around and do a short garden tour this morning and then some garden tea with Farmer Casey. So I wasn't live last night. If you were looking forward to that, I do apologize. I don't know how much of it I believe or you guys believe, but I know the moon and sun cycles definitely affect me. As I've been growing more and out in the garden, I've learned more and more about how the moon affects that. And I always thought that was kind of bogus, but it does. And then the sun, there's been a lot of activity recently, and I spend so much time outdoors here, and we sit up real high, and anything with the sun that's happening, I do notice that it affects me quite a bit. So anyways, I was asleep very early last night. So up this morning, thank you guys for joining and apologize for not being here yesterday. So we're going to go around the garden and take a look real quick. Got a couple people in here. So to start with where we started, these are the grapes and they are doing great. They are almost ready. You can see they still have, I have this bird net, but they still have that kind of waxy look to them. We want that to go away. Pull this net. You want that waxy look will start to go away. And then when you pull on the grapes, you want them just to pop off. You don't want resistance. So these aren't quite ready yet, and my wife taught me that. Thanks, babe. And so these aren't quite ready yet. I'm going to keep giving them lots of water and let them plump up, and then we'll pick them soon here, hopefully. Let's see. I want to taste one, though. Let's find one that looks a little bit more ready. There we go. Hey, Andy. The grapes are almost ready, but let me taste that. That was good. Wow, that's good. So we got our wheat already, our wheat berries. So I can make my loaf of bread. We got our grapes, and we'll be making grape jam. And then we'll show the peanuts here in a minute. So there's sweet potatoes. This is the 3 gardens, so there's a lot of corn in here and squashes kind of growing up everywhere. So I didn't space this properly. I did that on purpose, but I don't know if that was a mistake or not. The beans aren't doing so hot because of the spacing, but that's okay. Other thing. Carrots are doing great. This is the Jerusalem artichokes. So we're getting ready to pull some of these or dig some of these up, and we'll be eating those with potatoes and squash. There's all kinds of squash back here. We're not going to do a real big garden tour this morning, just a kind of short one. And I know everyone's got a lot going on today, so we'll hop right into it. But my wife has been getting a ton of squash and other things. Hey, Solo. So good morning, everyone. Solo can't have the grapes, no. All right, come on, Solo. We're gonna do a quick garden tour today. There's a lot going on here, but we got some corn almost ready too. Watermelon there, and with the chamomile, fennel. Of course, the ladies. Hey, ladies. They're hanging out in compost this morning. And the quail. And how well you can see in there. They're hanging out in there. Yes, you do, Verna. So we're going to do a quick spin through the main little part here. and then we're actually going to head inside. But this is a plant I do want to stop and talk about, and I do a lot actually. Did last week, and so this is yarrow, and this is a plant I keep coming back to, no matter how hard I try not to really. It's a great plant. I planted it, didn't have a lot in mind when I did it. I haven't babied it or really taken care of it a lot. Luckily, this is a plant that grows a lot like a weed, all over the world, and a lot of people don't know what it is. But the more I study it or come back to it or hear things about it, it just has so many uses, and it's so good for you, and it really fits all the things I'm looking for. This is a plant I keep coming back to. Probably one of the ones I do the most in my garden. Here's this. Oh, okay. I'll hop in the comments a little bit more here in a minute too. There's a lot of other herbs around. We're just going to do kind of a quick tour. Another thing with yarrow I found out is it actually is really good with toothaches and tooth problems as well. So this is the buzz button. So I'm thinking about mixing this with some yarrow. Make a whole thing. Here's the lemongrass. Lemongrass is happy, hanging out over here with some squash, zucchini. Some of the tomatoes are splitting, but a bunch of tomatoes, a whole bunch of tomatoes, little tomatoes. Cabbages we need to pull. It's, I think, about time, so those will come up. And the broccoli, some of it's ready. Most of it's going to be for fall. Here's the zucchini that's ready. There's blackberries and blueberries, raspberry coming up, coming back. The strawberries, I found something kind of cool. So they're not growing strawberries right now, obviously. Plants are doing okay. They'll start spreading soon. But even without there being berries on them, the leaves are extremely edible. They're high in magnesium and all kinds of other minerals. Really good for you. You can make tea or just eat them like that. So there's a lot of things you can do with plants, even if it's not the traditional thing. So here's different mints, goji berries that are going, no berries, but different peppers and things. There's our snake gourd plant. We don't have snake gourds yet. Things got a little late start. I've discussed that. Peppers. There's lunchbox peppers on there. Another snake gourd plant. Tomatoes and kale. Yummy thing. There's the Egyptian walking onion. They're doing good. And muscadine grapes. Some of them are turning red. They don't look the hottest, but cool. So that is, and we pruned up the prune tree too. So this is my tip actually. Now to within the next month or so is a good time to do some late summer or fall pruning on fruit trees. And really what you want to do there is you want to pick away any little starts that are coming up on the ground around the base of the tree. You want to cut off any starts that are pointing down or in the wrong direction really, because those will start branches going that way. Just leaving the ones up and in or up and out in the directions you want. So quick tip, I did that on the peach tree and the hibiscus. But go ahead and grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee if you want. As normal, I'm gonna cut this real quick, just this camera. Stay on the stream. We're gonna head inside for a short little video and some garden tea with Farmer KC. I always do that. I turn the mic off in here and then I forget it and we start talking. Sorry, everyone. So good morning. How are you?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. We'll just go over it again. So let's hop into chat a little bit. And, oh, I didn't show the peanuts. CDB was reminding me. Maybe I'll do that right at the end of the stream. We'll go out and take a look at the peanuts real quick. Remind me at the end if I don't do that. Okay, let's get into comments and say hello real quick. We'll catch up on that. And we got a short little video and then our tea. Yeah? Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's see. Good morning, Matt and Casey first. Yeah. Just trying not to wiggle so much. Okay, you're bumping. Thank you. Oh, and hey guys, good morning. Just done making quail egg French toast. Yum. And now it's about time for workout. Time before church at noon. Very cool. Good morning. So we got Nikki, Kelly, Verna, CDB, I see. Everyone's saying good morning. Cool. All right. And Andy's in here as well. Hello. Good to see you. People were saying hi to Andy. Solo can't have the grapes. Nope, not good for your dogs. But the chickens love grapes and the quails love grapes. And the KC loves grapes.
Solo, you hear that? You can't have grapes.
No, here, Solo. Oh, you can see. And so Andy's wondering how everyone is. How are you doing this morning? How's your morning going?
Good.
Good? Kind of sleepy? You got up not too long ago?
No, I woke up and for breakfast I ate a Big Mac.
Okay. Well, and so my morning's going all right. I kind of mentioned already, I like studying space and things. You see my picture of the moon there and the sun there. That was actually taken in the day of the sun a couple years back when the skies were real darkened. But I know the sun cycles and flares and things definitely affect me. Let's see. So that's how I've been doing. Verna definitely needs to do another show. The corner blocks. Are we talking about the corner blocks on the raised beds or the cinder block? There we go. Ours is yellow and pink. Mine is pink and it fades to white. Ours kind of does too, depending on when we pick it. Sorry, we'll hop right in a sec. Your phone's. I want to catch up on some of these comments. We got a lot of good
people. As well.
Oh, and she was wondering, what plant is that? So let's see. It was right after I showed the yarrow. Huh? It was the yarrow. Okay, so I think you were talking about the yarrow probably. Oh, okay. I didn't think about giving it to the animals. Let's go a little quicker so we can get caught up here. Yeah, so you can. In like salads or things, you can eat it. Yeah. Woo, we got a bunch of comments. We're going to have to skip some. Sorry. And she was saying peanuts. Bad seat as the sun is behind you instead of the camera. Okay, I think I was getting shade on the lot. I need to work on camera skills. Okay, let's skip ahead a little bit. Oh, yeah, so I get those blocks at Home Depot. They're actually really neat. I love them. There you have little notches in them. So what I do is I cut the 6-inch by 2-inch boards and to size, whatever size I want. We linseed oil them because linseed oil is non-toxic, but it will help preserve the wood. And then you just slide them in those slots. You can space them out however big you want. They're great. And then I like them because in the potato beds, we can remove them and just dump the soil and get the potatoes.
Yeah. We never tried it. Maybe you could use that, like the holes on the middle of them, and then maybe we could use that because we're thinking of developing some sort of playhouse for me to make my teas and just to hang out in. And it's all also like half of it is going to actually be a sunroom, but we don't know. I'm still working on that. We have too many projects going.
We have a lot of projects, yeah. So we got to speak a little louder. I'm sorry. I will get a better mic here eventually. Not such a cheap one. And my wife's telling me it's a little low on the volume there.
I'll speak up.
Okay. Anyways, good morning, everyone. We got about 8 people in here. So I'm going to play this little video we have, and then we're going to have our tea. Let me go grab the water. So here we got some dried yarrow, a couple different colors and varieties. This is the common yarrow, or Achille millefolium. It's commonly known to hikers and gardeners. You find it everywhere. It's a member of the aster or composite family. Yarrow has a flat top, dome-shaped clusters, small white flowers or yellow or purple. They bloom from April to October. It's an attractive, hardy perennial. Yarrow can reach about 3 feet tall in height. It's aromatic and has fine feathery leaves that give the plant soft fern-like appearance. So yarrow is good for many things. It's commonly or historically been used to help with healing wounds, with calming or relieving effects of menstrual cycle. It's been used for colds and helping with the onset of flus. It's been used to treat and reduce fevers. There's really thousands of uses for yarrow, and it can be, the whole plant can be used. The tops actually will give off a little bit of oil that is very good for you. So the plant is good for regulating blood pressure and reducing high blood pressure. It's good for digestive issues. It's also good for anxiety and helping to regulate the system. There's a lot of uses for yarrow, but what we're going to do is make some yarrow tea today. So for the tea, we want about a teaspoon to 2 of the herb for about every 8 ounces of water. Now we're going to do 2 cups of water, so that's going to be about 16 ounces. So we're going to want about 2 teaspoons, 2 to 4 teaspoons. The yarrow tea, we're going to use the leaves, so I'm just going to strip them down here, and I'm going to use a little bit of the flower as well. And this, you do want to let it steep for a little bit longer. It's also may get some oils, a little bit of oils on top. Those are leaking out, and that is good for you. Yarrow also helps to intensify the effects of other herbs that you put in it, and so it really helps to get things going. So in our tea this morning, we're going to use some dried yarrow leaves from this yellow yarrow here. We're also going to use a little bit of the flower. And this is probably, but that's all right. And then just to give a good morning blend there. Yarrow, if you use it over time and let it build up in your system, it's going to help out even better. So of course, with how you use it, you want to consult a doctor or anything like that. I'm not giving advice, but I'm going to add a little bit of our spearmint here for flavor and for all the benefits of spearmint. And yes, my hands are washed. So we're going to put about a teaspoon and a half or so, maybe a little bit more of the dried herb into our tea bag. We're going to make 2 of these this morning. Now yarrow is also neat because you can actually take these leaves and flowers and mash it or blend it down into a really fine powder and put that in like a straw, and then use that straw as an applicator in wounds, cuts, and things like that. And it will stop the bleeding or assist in stopping the bleeding and keeping bad things from growing in there with its antimicrobial. You can mash the leaves up in your mouth as if you have toothaches or things like that. And so that will help out with any issues you have in your mouth there. I'm particularly using the tea one myself because this does a lot of things from reducing anxiety to calming you down. It helps with digestive issues as well as blood pressure issues and some different things I battle. So I think this is a tea that I'm probably going to be sticking with regularly. So we'll seal our little bags up there. There we go. And there's some Yarrow and Spearmint tea bags. So here you go, Matt. Thanks, Matt. All right. So we got our little Yarrow and Spearmint tea bags. And so Verna was saying to use peppermint would be great for pain relief. She also said that just laying the leaf in the wound would be a good use. Yeah. So the one I wanted to try, and that's true, yeah. They used to use it a lot for that. So one I wanted to try was making up the powder of it and putting it in a straw as an applicator. Well, I read something interesting fact. I'm trying to remember. The U.S. Army would use yarrow oil to help with the effects of radiation, to help remove that, I believe, from the body. I'd need to study that a little bit more. But yeah, the U.S. Army would use the yarrow oil to help with the effects of radiation. Anyways, I thought that was really neat. So we got our tea bags.
The yarrow rubbed on my head and now it smells good.
We got our teacups. Pop. Pop. Let's get some hot water.
Special Life Family says, Farmer KC, do you like potatoes? Yes, I do.
Speak loud.
I like potatoes a lot.
You love potatoes.
Yes, I like baked potatoes. I like French fries, and I like waffles, and I like all those things.
So, as Spicy Mom was reminding us, we don't want the water boiling, or because we'll scald the herbs. So we had it going, and then it set here. So I think it's at a good temperature. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna put our bag down now. Something Verna was saying was you put the leaves. You can put the leaves in the bag and then float a flower on it. Ooh, you want to grab your cup? Let's see. And so we got our bag, and it'll make a yellowish green tea, and then there's that flower. Ooh, okay, so we're gonna try that, and if you drink it regularly, it really helps with anxiety, with calming you. It also is going to help with digestion and issues like that, with blood pressure. You put your little flower in. This one, you want to let it steep for a little bit longer. So we're going to let this go for 10 minutes. There we go. And so we'll set that behind us. Ooh, that is a cool color. Look at that. That's that spearmint really coming out too. So we'll let that steep for a little bit, and then we'll put some honey in it. All right, let's see. We got a couple more comments. You can use yarrow in place of parsley, Verna's saying. So just in eating, and I think that would be a lot more beneficial than just the parsley. Parsley is good for you. Yeah, that's what Spicy Mom's behind the camera telling us things. So parsley is good for you too. I love gardening, but before I really got into it, I definitely saw the benefit in plants and in the vegetables, because you can eat those, right? Mm-hmm. And stuff. And herbs, of course, because of spice and stuff up. But I always thought it was kind of funny. People would have whole herb gardens. And I was like, why would you do that? Yeah. But the more I dig into, and we've been going down this venture health-wise and stuff, mm-hmm. and learning about the herbs, and then taking us to tea and other things.
Yeah, just imagine having just like a quarter. Just imagine, because we just have a quarter acre. That's all.
A little under a quarter acre.
But maybe soon enough it'll be just a quarter acre of just mints and herbs.
Mints and herbs, yeah. That's what I was kind of saying. I really see the benefit of that herb garden now, because for a lot of reasons. It flavors your food, right?
Yeah.
I think it's always been historically used as like a barter item almost. People want to spice up stuff, so in a pinch it could be something like that. Mm-hmm.
the health benefits, man, as I dig into it, just so many health benefits and things you can do with natural stuff. So I could see doing a whole 1/4 acre of herbs for sure.
It's just like we have like 2 little separate gardens, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the one in the front is like 20 by like 6 feet.
Yeah, so we got here on our little plot, we have 2 big gardens. We have our main garden, and then we have the back 40, which is the back 40 foot or so. We also have the corn plot and wheat. But we're going to be putting in a greenhouse. We're getting that going with your old trampoline. Yeah. And then Andy was saying, we had mentioned your shack or the tea area a little bit, but he caught on to that and was saying, sounds neat. You tell about that?
So most of the house is going to be like a sunroom kind of thing. It's going to be like my own little mini garden, like probably the size of like half of the garden in our front. So that's cool. I'm getting my own little garden.
You'll get your own garden?
And I'm going to have a little room. And I think I'm going to have like a little table like that and make my own teas.
So your shack's it's going to be more of a little shop kind of, but it's going to be attached. The idea is to have it attached to the greenhouse.
So with the greenhouse, so we used to have a trampoline there, and I'm kind of sad about it because that trampoline just got old and it couldn't hold up any longer. So, but I'm pretty sure what you're trying to do is you split it in half, and then he's taking the legs and using it to attach them both together, like a half circle, right, Dad?
Yeah, so like half circle. So it's a 14-foot diameter, right? So we'll cut it in half. We'll use each side. So that's going to give us 14 foot across and about 7 foot high. And so we're going to do that either all the way up to the end of your shop or maybe even have your shop kind of in it partially.
Oh, also, so we have this little root cellar hole that we've been working on, and we're gonna put my shack over it. So
yeah, but there's some things we're not going to talk too much about. Yeah,
we're never going to tell how to get to the entrance though.
Okay. And so let's hop into comments here a little bit. Yes, so we want to do saffron. Verna had was talking about that. Let's try not to shake the table. Okay. There we go. So Verna, you were talking about that, and so I got into learning about it. That's something we want to grow definitely. So I was wanting to do something. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's more of a hoop house. I keep calling it a greenhouse. I guess with terminology, I'm not great. I call things whatever I want. But it's going to be a hoop house. I guess a hybrid of the two, because I want to do half of it with clear plastic and actually have that divided off in the middle. And then the second half is going to be more opaque. And that's going to be partially including part of that shop as well. So it's going to be a greenhouse / hoop house / shop.
Didn't you say didn't you say like a sixth of it was going to be like a little open space?
Yeah, so some of it will be open on the end. The hole over, I want to make it about 14 foot long as well. So it'll be a little open on the end. And on that end is where the little shop is actually going to feed a rainwater system. And that hole underneath is going to be a cistern. So we'll have water under the hoop house that can be used for the garden. So that's the idea.
And also, and for like plants that need like less sun or like need like more various things, aren't we also going to put that like out of the sun house but like next to it?
Mm-hmm. So we can put other things out around it. So strategic planting. Definitely. So there was another comment I wanted to address. What was it?
I don't know why, but like ever since for a long time, I always just wanted to sit in a little wooden house, watching on my tablet in a bean bag.
A bean bag in a wooden house. Okay. So Verna was saying yes, to use some of it, let some of it go to seed. So a lot of things in our garden, actually, you may have noticed, but we're letting go to seed. The fennel's going to seed. Lettuce is going to seed. Some carrots we had let go to seed. So I'm trying to do 3 stages with our plants.
Yeah.
We're trying to use a lot of the fresh stuff and then dry it as well. And then some of it we're letting it go to seed to let just go back to seed. To volunteer plants are awesome. Some of it we're going to be selling a lot of seeds too. Now, I'll let you get to it just a sec. Sorry.
No.
Like with the lettuce, those seeds are so small, or
Yeah.
carrots. And so I wanted to do that myself and be able to collect those and see how that was done. So what were you going to say?
So I was gonna say, so we always turn. So there's a big difference between those like little tomatoes that are like this big, and then the tomatoes that are like this big, right?
A big difference.
Yeah. And every single time we try to grow the bigger tomatoes, it just never really worked.
So our large tomatoes
this
split
year,
quite a bit.
They split and they brought, but
They're still good.
this year, we've seen a lot of them ripen without any scratches really on them yet.
No, we've gotten a lot of good ones too.
So who knows? We might be selling the big ones, and I just want to grab and I just want to pick one off without any splits and just
Yeah, even with the splits, you just kind of cut it off. So I think what that is when they swell too much. I would need to study a little bit more, but I think it has a lot to do with our soil drying out and then being watered. But so yeah, Andy's actually saying that look, his brother's collecting trampolines to make a hoop house. So cool. Yeah, that's pretty much ours. So trampolines weigh a lot, and I never thought the wind here could pick it up, but it did. The wind came, swooped down, threw a trampoline on top of the grate posts, and bent it. And so Spicy Mom deemed it unworthy to be jumped on, unsafe.
Yeah. So
Spice Dad tends to let things go a little bit more.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna get a hoop house.
So when it did fall over and tumble all across our garden, it landed on that little wall that separates the front from like the back.
Yeah, so we have a lot of block walls.
And it fell on that little wall, and it was just me and Mom. So what happened? But the thing was, I was not feeling good that day, but I still had to help Mom pull the trampoline.
You and Mom, I was at work.
And it was hard because I could not move that much. I was hurting.
You and Mom both were hurting. You guys both moved it off that wall, off that post. So that was cool. Thank you. I'm glad it didn't hit the chicken house or something like that, huh?
Yeah.
But
it was close.
Yeah.
It broke off this like winter branch to our grape tree, and that was kind of sad. But oh well.
It's the heat. Yeah. So it has been hot here. Temperature versus realized temperature. And then if you look up Albuquerque's, oh, by the way, if you guys type in GBH, as in Grafted Branch Homestead in the chat, it will drop your channel link if you like to. If you type in your zip code or state or city or something like that, it will drop the weather in your area. But when we do that for Albuquerque, it gives it either at the airport or down in the valley, which is a lot different than where we're at, kind of. Yeah. We're up on the mesa. So it has been in the triple digits. I know I like things with space and looking into that. So I watched Suspicious Observer and Wages World and a couple other people that do with what's going on in the sun.
Nightbot is here.
Yeah, Nightbot is here. Check out Verna's channel. See, there you go. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So they do a lot of stuff on solar activity and then the moon and stuff. That does have a lot to do with planting, of course, with my preparedness and things like that. And so, like I was saying earlier, there's been a ton of solar activity, a whole lot lately. Actually very interesting, but that affects me a lot. I spend a lot of time in the sun, but it feels like it scrambles me a little bit. Anyways, it's been hot too. Those UV rays have been extra hard.
The moment it like goes above 100, I cannot operate. My stomach starts hurting a bunch.
Did I miss someone?
Right after 100, and I don't know why.
Hey, Bob. I saw. Hi, Bob. You're just west. Okay. VLA. What's VLA? I'm not sure. But hello. Welcome. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. If you guys are just joining, this is our Yarrow Spearmint Tea, and with a flower. Mine's at the bottom. Verna says to eat that flower at the end. Right? Cheers.
Wait.
Oh.
They can smell it through the
Can
hearing.
smell-o-vision. Oh wait, here.
Smell-o-vision. There, it's both in camera and microphone.
Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, let's cheers.
It smells really good.
It does. It smells real good. Mild. The spearmint comes out a little bit. It's mild. I really like that Yarrow. I don't know how to explain. How would you describe it?
I don't know. Like, it's just like someone just took a bag of air. Someone just took a bag.
Oh, cool.
And then walked over to a place filled with a bunch of herbs, and then put a bunch of the herb air in that bag and figured out a way to squirt it into here.
Yep. Oh, something I didn't do.
Like, it doesn't look. It tastes like air in a way.
The flavoids and things like that will come out, right? The aromatics and stuff as well. So one thing with the Yarrow tea and some other teas, so the Yarrow flower will let off a little bit of oil. You might be able to see it on here. I talked about that earlier, that the Army used that for radiation things. But if you cover the top of the tea on Yarrow one or some others with like a little plate or bowl or something, as it steams and it steeps, it's going to help keep those oils and those flavoids in. And so it's kind of like a little bag of the air, or like you were saying. Real good. I like this a lot. So this is one, if you drink regularly, it'll build up a little bit in your system too. But Yarrow grows on all inhabited continents, everywhere from Africa, Asia, Europe. I think it said it started in North and South America. I talk about Yarrow quite a bit. Oh, so a little bit of honey. Do you want to try? Would you like it with honey or without? The spicy mom's going to try a little bit without, and then we'll have you try it with. You got it? Do you need a little spoon there, Casey?
I'll just pour a little bit.
Oh, I've moved them to our shelf. We're going to put a little bit of honey in it.
There we go.
Did I say hi? I did say hi to CDB, but good morning again. It's not. Oh, you get me every time. I want it to be my own honey, and I want it to be local honey, but we are out of anything local, and all I have right now. So I am using a raw, unpasteurized honey. That is important. Local's better because it's going to. What did you think of it?
It's good.
You like it? Very mild, huh?
Well, I thought it would be flavorful.
It is flavorful, but yeah.
The honey tastes so much better.
I'll put a little bit of honey in mine too. We want.
Honey changes it.
Does it?
It
Let's
tastes
taste.
more bitter.
Is it? Let's see.
I think at the beginning it tastes more bitter.
The honey does taste like it made it a little more bitter. So something I learned about Yarrow too is the tea is it will intensify the effects of other herbs.
I think it tastes more sweeter.
I think I liked it without the honey. I think you're right.
Is this what you use?
Spearmint.
Okay, because you kept saying peppermint at first, and then
Was I saying peppermint? It's spearmint. So spearmint and Yarrow. If I said peppermint, I'm sorry. Everyone was talking about peppermint though, and I think that would have been a better choice. Just because of, like Verna was saying, painkiller and all. I did spearmint because I was thinking of it's morning and more of an oral freshness, but I think peppermint would do the same. That'd probably be better.
I don't know if I'm gonna drink this all, so I'm just gonna.
Hey, BC Gamer Dispatcher's in here. He's the one that helped Verna with Nightbot, and then helped me through, via helping Verna. Hey, good to see you. Welcome.
So I'm not gonna drink this all.
Don't spill on the computer.
I'm not gonna drink it all, so I'm probably gonna eat.
You're gonna eat that flour now? All right. Here. So Casey's gonna eat.
So do you have it with some juice, or do you want to kind of dry it a little bit?
Eat it with the juice, just like that. Pop it in and eat it. Is RG in here too? So the StreamYard chat's a little slower.
Yeah. Do you not like it? Do you not like it?
Yeah. RG, what do you think of it? He's not so sure what to think of eating it. Maybe in a salad? With some salad dressing?
Come here.
You got a funny reaction. I'll eat mine in a minute, but yeah. Hey, RG Arizona Homestead's in here. He's saying good morning. Yeah, I hope your day is going good too. You remember RG's videos are the ones he does with his little pond of the wildlife I watch. A lot of it's from the trail cam. He's the one who helps with. I actually like the tea without the honey, but RG's the one that helped me with get a couple things with the solar system and some other things like that. Good morning. Good morning, everyone in here. All right, so my turn to try the flower.
I squeezed it a little bit.
Maybe take a bite out of it instead of the whole thing like Casey.
Hey, well,
All right, let's try. So, there we go. Okay, so I can see why you may not have liked it. Oh, wow, that's strong.
I know.
That's why I said take a bite out of it.
Dad, that's why I spit it out.
So I said take a bite instead of.
That's why.
I still have some of it.
Oh yeah, drink the tea. Drink the tea, that'll make it better.
Maybe if it set in the water for a couple cups of tea and then I
told you both.
You know what? I think it's because it was dried. I bet you a fresh floating flower.
Do you put a dried one?
Casey, you want to go get it? Yeah, I put the dry flower. She's laughing at me. Okay. Casey,
I'll go get it.
here, take these scissors. Go clip 2 of the yellow, but just up near the top.
Just a
Okay?
small
And get
one.
small ones, 2 of them.
Let me
They're laughing at us. Oh, hey, okay. Oh boy, well maybe you should be doing church. But thanks for watching. I hope church is going great. Let's see what. That's not a go for him, nope. Nikki's laughing. So yeah, the dried flower was not the way to go there. Eating. Verna's probably gonna be laughing at me too, I'm sure. Oh, I was wondering what that meant. She's laughing, yeah. This is a great time. So here on the Grafted Branch Homestead, on our urban homestead and training, we like to learn a lot of things the hard way. We like to explore and gain skills and knowledge through trial. Fresh flower? Where's your tea?
It's over here.
Oh, go grab it. Oh, and you got some little ones. Okay.
What do you think? I grabbed the whole entire head?
We'll plop that in the tea.
And
You could have just eaten it.
Oh, well, I want to put it in my tea. I want to get it juicy.
I'm going to get it juicy for 2 seconds.
And I'll finish my tea, and then I'm going to eat this flower. Everyone was laughing at us anyways.
Okay, go ahead, Casey.
Oh, so they opened the very large array for tours again. So we sit at, we're almost 6,000 feet. We're, I think, 5,800 feet up. So we're about almost 6,000 feet here.
Look at the difference.
That would be cool to do. The very large array. Oh, man. Okay. My grandmother did that to me as a
Flower
kid.
tastes good.
It went like yours did. It's an acquired taste, aren't you saying? Okay.
She likes it.
You like it? What do you think? Now, you eat flowers a lot. I
Very
got to say
good.
something. So Farmer KC walks through the garden and eats flowers. Now, sometimes
It's
we
very,
got to be
very
really
good.
careful because like we don't want to eat the larkspur. Yarrow can look like hemlock. So make sure you know what you're doing as well,
Yeah,
right?
It's very, very bitter.
Very, very bitter. Okay, let me
But-
try.
But it's also
Oh, by the way, if you guys
like
haven't
a
checked out
lemon taste.
graftedbranchhomestead.com, it's slowly picking up. We got quail scissors on there now. If you're local, you can pick up eggs. We got a few things like that. Accessories are going to go on tonight. So like little teaspoons and things like that. And then we should also be putting up some other stuff. So let me try this flower.
I didn't soak mine, so I have no idea what it's going to taste like for you.
Much better. Oh, I like that. I can see it's acquired. It's a little strong, so you may not. But with like a vinaigrette dressing, I'm looking over here because Spicy Mom's over here. But like with a light like a raspberry vinaigrette dressing or something. I like that flower. That was nice.
And it would be real pretty in a salad. I like to just get it and rub it on my hands.
I'm looking something up
like
here.
A perfume. I
No.
put it on
You rub it like a perfume?
No wonder it tastes like.
I put it on my hands and just smell it like a perfume on my wrist.
Oh, man. Okay, let's see.
That did not agree with my stomach, though.
Oh, so the very large array. I didn't know. Man, it's only 2-hour drive from here.
Yeah.
50 miles west of Socorro. I wasn't sure exactly where it was. I thought it was in Arizona for some reason. But let's see. The Visitor Center features an award-winning documentary narrated by Jodie Foster. Plus, it exhibits describing radio astronomy. Let me put this up here. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm super interested now. Bob, you got me very interested. Verna's saying balsamic vinaigrette. Yes. Okay, let's screen share, okay? You know what the very large array is? No? We're going to share. Look. So let's look at some pictures first. So here we go. This is the very large array. Look at all these dishes. This is down here. We've been wanting to explore more of New Mexico.
We have one right next to our house.
This is it. It's only an hour from Socorro.
Dad, we have.
Oh, the dish. Yes, we have there's a TBN station right by us.
Yeah. So we have some not large dishes. Probably like the size of our house dish.
Okay, let's see what it is a little bit.
But they are pretty big. Those dishes are pretty big right next to us. For like a whole entire year, I saw the same Cheeto bag inside of one. That was weird.
Okay, so this is something we got to do.
Every single morning, morning when anybody took us to school, every single time I would just look out for that bag because it was there for like every single day of the year.
Okay. Sorry about that. We went on a little adventure. So that's something we got to do. We want to get out and explore more, right?
Yeah.
And we're starting here in New Mexico and kind of sprouting out. There's a lot to see here. So we did White Sands. We did Carlsbad. Bob here has gotten me wanting to go to the very large array. Mm-hmm. It's not far from us.
No, not really.
2 hours. Yeah. We're about a mile up there. Oh, wow. 7,800. West of Datil. Had some hatch issues and was looking for advice and suggestions. Yeah, definitely. Okay, Bob. So you're in a good area for that. First of all, thanks for coming and for your comment and intriguing us all. Go ahead and shoot your questions. I'll answer what I can. We'll try and get you to answer first. And if you can't, I'll answer it. Verna's in chat too, though. And so is Kelly and Nikki, I think. So go ahead. Well, you're getting better.
I don't know anything really about them except how I eat them.
Okay. So you know how to eat them?
Yes.
Well, who knows? Let's see what his questions are. Oh, so Spice of Life family, that's us. Spicy Mom, right? She's saying that we've been looking at properties out there. So that is cool.
You know.
Maybe we'll be your neighbor there, Bob.
You want to show the eggs in a second?
We got someone else in here. Silver Creek Aquatics. Hey, howdy. Howdy, y'all. I like that. I'm about the y'all. Good to see you. Welcome.
Check on the eggs in the incubator.
We can check on the eggs in the incubator. Why don't you go grab the camera stand? Do you know where it is? I think I left it outside.
The small one?
No, grab the big one. You might have to look outside. People are saying, hey, good to see you, Silver. Hey, welcome. So it looks like you have a little profile picture. I assume you have a channel. If you do and you'd like to promote that, type GBH, as in Grafted Branch Homestead, in the chat, and it will drop your link to your channel. And Verna's saying, don't forget those peanuts. Okay, so Farmer KC is getting our on scene or a remote camera set up here. We're going to show our eggs in the incubator. We're going to give a few more minutes for Bob to drop any questions he may want to, or anyone else that may have questions that we can answer. We always like to try and attack questions.
I got the camera stand.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, that might be cool. And then grafted branches, drop in the link. So I actually don't know if I'm going to do, so this is, someone definitely click the link, but also if you go and just search for them on YouTube, that really helps out the algorithm. So I'm going to go search right now for Silver Creek Aquatics. Oh, you got it. Okay, cool. Just a second, we'll do that. I'm going to subscribe.
Yeah, soon.
And if I've seen people before and think you're new or not, I apologize. My brain's off. I'm subscribed and I got that bell to all. So we will check out. Oh, cool. Looks like some neat things. Oh, man. I'm looking at a couple of your little videos here. Hey, you got a channel. I don't think you would mind. Let's do this real quick. Everyone go check out Silver Creek Aquatics or subscribe. Here, come over here, Casey, and I'll put the camera on while I do this.
Okay. Do you, does the light turn on its own?
So the light comes on when the temperature goes to 99 and goes off when it hits 100. You guys want to get the Govee thermometer. So I've been checking everything with the Govee on my phone. This incubator I built, by the way, fantastic. I hardly have to touch it. I look at it. It's doing great.
And every single time we used it, it has worked.
It works really good. It's a set it and forget it type incubator. Okay, first of all, Silver Creek Aquatics. Yeah. All right, cool. And so everyone wants to check him out. There we go. What's that? Oh, okay, cool. And so here, you want to bring me the thing, Casey?
This thing is all.
Oh, okay, and we got the question. So let me pull this off.
You shall not pass.
All right. Is remote drive 70 miles to Socorro? Okay.
You shall not pass.
There we go. Hey, don't do that. You're going to break it. Bob's question yesterday is, how do you incubate? What do you do different to get better hatch rates? So it's all about your temperature and humidity and the consistency of it. You want the pointy ends pointed down and the larger end up so that air bubble can sit in there. From what I understand, higher temperatures can sometimes cause more males, I believe. It's not on. Oh, okay. Not all of yours is family. Well, thank you for the disclosure. So Silver Creek says not all of it's family friendly. So there's a little disclosure. If you guys are going on, make sure you're 18 plus, or you know. But that's okay. I'll check you out later. I do appreciate you saying that, though, because I'll check out videos before Farmer KC might see. Very much appreciated. Oh, we're knocking some things over. Hey, Casey, why don't you wait just a second? I'm going to come help you, okay? All right, let's run through these comments real quick. Okay, cool. So let me get this set up real quick. And we do got to watch time. Did you get it on there? All right, let me see what it... Oh, wait, is it?
There you go.
Let me see where it's looking. Just a sec.
Oh,
okay, cool. So Verna, it looks like, is going to answer Bob's questions. Hopefully we answered a little bit, but we're going to show you our incubator. So there's through the little window. You can see the Govee on the left inside there, 99.5. And what's the humidity say right below it? 42 or something?
It says 46.
46. So you want it at 99.5, about 45% humidity. This thing has kept temperature and humidity excellent. We had one little drop a little bit, and in the video I'm putting out, I'll show that, but corrected that just by putting a little larger tray in. But we got 40 eggs in there going right now. And thanks to my little MyShire card here, I know they were laid on the 24th. They were set on the 27th. And so then they got locked down on the 11th of this month. Oh, okay. That's fine. Yeah. So I try with the language to be good. I do occasionally here with the family things slip too. We don't show it on YouTube as much as possible. I may have let things slip out here or there, but thanks for letting me know what it is. That's not a problem. That's life. I think that's life. Okay, cool. Not a problem. Let's see.
It reflected on me.
Yeah. So we've learned, like I said, we kind of learn everything the hard way. Oh, can you see the background? That's okay. We kind of learn everything the hard way. So we've done in-ground raised beds. I've done aquaponics. I've done all kinds of different things. So we're kind of settling on what we want to do. So I'm going to back that up a little bit. We have dirt, not soil. Yeah. So, Bob's in New Mexico too, so he knows. We got to do all of our own. So this year, our Three Sisters bed, our biggest bed, has done so well because of the compost, the quail and chicken compost.
Yeah.
But with digging our cistern hole and that, I know it's mesa sand where we're at, down probably 200 feet. So. Oh, okay. For elevation. Well, I know where we are. Way up on the mesa, it gets very cold in the winter and very, very hot in the summer. So there's huge fluctuations there. I think a greenhouse would help some of that and some things. As far as heat, we do gardenoias and have to water more. Specific for elevation, though, I'm not really too sure.
We have to put
Asking for the elevation because of the hatching.
Oh, thank you, babe. Sorry, I'm kind of tense. The elevation for the hatching of eggs. That's what he's curious about. Okay, I think I got you, Bob.
Can I say something about the plants?
Go ahead, real quick.
Our plants are like we have to put ice on them in the summer, and then at winter we have to put a bunch of heaters on them.
Yeah. So elevation for the hatching eggs. Of course, I haven't hatched at any other elevation, so I can't attest to that. However, I haven't noticed anything special that I need to do or that I've noticed really. I think with humidity is the only thing I've noticed where we're at is it's a little harder to increase it. It's a lot easier to keep it at the 40%. I have to think about that one.
I think because of our fluctuations, you have to have a concealed environment like you do.
Well, you have to have it concealed in an incubator kind of no matter where you do it because of fluctuations. But yeah, that might have something to do with it. This is something to ponder. Spicy Mom's full of good advice. Little Giant. Your temp went up to 107 according to your Govee. Okay. So the spikes in temp. So I haven't gotten huge spikes in our temp. The incubator I built is pretty well insulated and its light bulbs will click on and off at certain times. You can see how small it is there. The thermometer is right in the middle of it and that regulates it pretty good. I haven't had anything over 100 spike on it.
Right, it's at 100.
I don't know if you're covering it, maybe uncover it. I do know
102 on it not too long ago.
102? Yeah. Well, 100.2 it got up to.
No, 102.
No, I've been checking the Govee. It hasn't gotten to that.
That's weird because I see.
Yeah, I don't know. I know it's gotten to 100.2. But anyways, humidity's been the biggest thing I've noticed. Temperature really hasn't fluctuated too much. And I haven't used your incubator. So that's something I'd actually have to study a little bit more on. Maybe someone can, thanks there, Silver. I don't know. That might be something. So you can see the light clicked on and then it'll click back off. It heats it and insulates it well enough that I haven't had any spikes. Maybe the room you're in. So I keep the room here at about 80 degrees or below. That's because I have long-term storage food as well. Increase the heat. Okay, yeah. So if your humidity is low or high, that's definitely going to increase the temperature. The one time I did have humidity drop and I sprayed the inside of the incubator with a little bit of water, that does up the temperature for a moment. So I opened the vent holes on the sides to regulate that a little bit. And so that helped with doing that. That can up the temperature. The bodies of water in the bottom that I use for humidity, as well as sometimes I'll put water bottles in the bottom too. And then the eggs themselves retain some of that temperature and help to regulate it in there. Low 20s. Yeah, you need more. Put a sponge. I'm not sure how your incubator works. If you can put a sponge in it, maybe that's going to help. I think you need to get the humidity up. Yeah, humidity's real low here too, just in general. We hardly have any. So I definitely have to keep the water trays in there.
Yeah, but when
I did. So this is my DIY incubator. So I do got to get rolling, so I got to get to work here. But hopefully that answers some of your questions, Bob. Verna might have to answer a little bit more for you there. Sponges in the small dish, that helps. I also have a mister. Let me hop up and show real quick.
we're showing our mister.
So if you guys haven't checked out this incubator, check out my video on how to build it. Absolutely love it. It was cheap, holds 120 eggs. It works fantastic. I've used other incubators, but this one I really like. So I have a wool blanket on it here. I put over it just to help regulate, and then it has a little window panel that goes in here. You'll have to check out the video for the build. But
And it's not
up here you can see my ink bird. This controls those lights that click on and off. It has little fans in the back of it, and then you'll have to check out that build video. But that's that incubator.
Yeah. And it's not just because like we know how it works and because we made it. It's a really good one, and we got in like almost every single egg to hatch in that one.
Oh, okay. Let me read
The last incubator used, only one of them hatched. So that's kind of sad, but.
Okay, so unfortunately, I really wish I could keep this conversation going. I'm having it's good conversation, having a great chat this morning. I do got to get to work, so we are gonna have to close it up. I'm gonna show the peanuts. Thank you. Oh no, that's okay. I'm gonna show the peanuts before we hop off. So we'll say goodbye in here, and then let's set that aside, please, honey. Okay, let me see it. Thank you. Let's set it aside for right now. What we're gonna do is Farmer KC's gonna say goodbye here. And I'll go outside and show the peanuts and we'll hop off. But you guys check us out. The goal, even though I missed last night, I was asleep, is next Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time for Urban Homestead Chat with Matt. And then Sundays at 9 a.m. Mountain Time, Garden Chat with Matt and Garden Tea with Farmer KC, right?
Yeah, so I might make a couple comments because I'm going to say bye right now because it's going to be my last time on screen, but I'm still going to be in the comment section.
You might, okay, Casey might type a few comments. I do got to get out of here, though. I apologize. Thank you, everyone who's here. So don't leave yet because I will show the peanuts. But thank you. I'm going to say real quick, moderators, CDB and Verna, the new people that are in here, thanks for showing up. Or if you haven't too much, for Bob and Silver Creek. And we got, Andy, Kelly, and Nikki, and RG, and hopefully I don't miss anyone. Thank you guys for showing up. If I missed you, I apologize. Casey, great stream this morning. You guys stay tuned. I'm going to cut this camera, but I'll be back on in a moment with another camera to show the peanuts, and I'll just say goodbye from there.
Bye!
And the reason I want to show the peanuts is we have gotten, I don't have it handy, but we got our red winter wheat berries harvested that we grew here on the homestead. We're going to make our bread from. We got our grapes we're about to pick. We're going to make our grape jam. And then peanuts for our homemade peanut butter and jelly sandwich made all on the urban homestead here. So you going to say bye real quick, Casey?
Bye!
All right, bye. You guys stay tuned real quick here for the peanuts.
They got little flowers on them. The peanuts grow below ground and so we will open that up and check them out. Anyway, thank you guys for showing up. I'm sorry I couldn't chat more. I really wish I could. I got to get to work here. You guys have a blessed day. Go at it with purpose and do the things.